Hey folks, it's me again. By now you'll all be aware that Shaz and I have made it home quite safely, got across the border back into WA. We parked the van up in the old driveway and we've given everything a clean up. And I've done a bit of an install of the ePro Plus battery monitor for the Enerdrive system. This wasn't installed when the system was installed because when I ordered the Enerdrive system, some of it came and some of it didn't in the mail. So I had to wait. And because I had to wait, I re-diverted the battery monitor to this address here at home in WA, only to discover that it was turning up bloody 2 weeks later. Good on you, Enerdrive. Anyway, no worries, we got it. It's all good, installed, works well. And what I'll do is I'll just have a bit of a discussion on power and what your limitations are in a caravan. Alright, so our Enerdrive system has a 2600 watt inverter. The inverter has an AC switch on it. Now, if you don't know what that means, it's simply a device that hooks up to your inverter and your shore power inlet. So when you plug shore power in, the switch switches to shore power, right? External power, which effectively locks the inverter out of the circuit, okay? Because you can't run both at once. When you don't have shore power plugged into your caravan, the inverter switch defaults back to, or the AC switch defaults back to the inverter, alright? So that you can then turn the inverter on and have 240 available throughout your van via the inverter. Big problem being that your caravan circuit, 240 volt circuit, is only 15 amp. This is something that you need to be really aware of, because if you flush up too many things running 240 shore power through your AC switch, you can actually damage the AC switch, which means you can no longer have shore power coming into your van because it won't work. The inverter may still work, but you won't get shore power. My wife, God love her, she's done the inevitable and flashed up too many things at once and managed to cook the AC switch on our inverter. So I've had to send that back to Enerdrive to get that looked at under warranty, hopefully, and they'll fix that and send it back to me. But apart from that little incident, everything works quite well. The battery system itself is a 400 ampere hour battery system. I've got two 200 ampere hour BTEC lithium batteries. I have the AC charger, the DC to DC charger, and I've got the ePro Plus battery monitor set up, which I've just installed today. So without further ado, I'll just swing you around and we'll have a look at stuff, eh? Righto, so here, you can see down in here, I've got this installed in the cafe seating, okay? It all fits quite nicely, but the inverter will actually sit over here underneath the fridge behind that little hatch down there, right? That's where the inverter normally sits. I haven't got it in there at the moment because it's been sent away for repair. Okay, so I've got the two BTEC Enerdrive batteries there, 200 ampere hours each. DC to DC charger there, and then there's the 60 amp AC charger there. Just here is the shunt for the ePro Plus battery monitor. And then up in the box here, up here in the control panel, I have the battery monitor, okay? I don't have a temperature thing on there at the moment, but you can see that this sucker, we've got the batteries currently at 100%, okay, because I've got shore power plugged in, righto. And there's the voltage there at 13.56 volts, righto. And that other little thing there beside it is the tank level indicator, righto. So we've got nearly full tanks there at the moment, and all our 12 volt fusings up here, etc. And this here is the cable for the remote for the 2600 watt ePro inverter, which had to go back with the inverter. Righto, that's the whole system. Now, okay, so the important thing to note, our washing machine draws roughly around 230 watts because it's a cold wash, and so you're effectively just driving the motor and a few electronics. So that's not too bad. The air fryer that we have, that will draw 1700 watts. Now that equates to approximately around 6 amps AC. Now when you think about it, if you've got a 15 amp circuit in the caravan, that's 1/3 or over 1/3 of your capacity. So then the fridge over here, the fridge draws roughly around 4 to 5 amps. Okay, so that's drawing 4 to 5 amps. That's roughly, you know, about 10 or 11 amps. So you've got 2/3 of your power gone there. Righto. If you've got the AC running, then that's going to draw another 5.8 amps. So you're borderline flaming buggering things up there. If you've got like a kettle or a toaster running while all those three things are running, then you're going to have some serious issues with your AC switch on the inverter. And this is what happened. Okay, Chaz was cooking up breakfast and doing a load of washing and decided to put the toaster on. I need to tell you what happened there. The AC switch buggered up. So we had to reconfigure and take the inverter out of the circuit so that we could get 240 and Chaz could be happy. Nevertheless, the circuit in the caravan is only a 15 amp circuit, AC. The DC circuits are a different ball game again, because that's low voltage and current is a lot different with DC. So if you've got 1700 watts DC, you're probably looking at about 160 to 180 amps DC, if that makes any sense. Because obviously the lower the voltage, the higher the amperage. And the higher the voltage, the lower the amperage. Alright? Makes sense. So anyway, that's it for the electrical side of things. Hope you got something out of that. I know I have, because I've been having to do all the hard work to fix things up. Catch us all later.